wait for the countdown here. Looks like we're going. And normally what I'll do is I'll pull this up on my phone. And then you can watch some of the comments. So if anyone has comments on it, then you can watch them roll through.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1. We're live, partner. We are live. So I've got Kyle Brier here on the Drew Swanson story. Just a little bit of little backstory here on myself and where I've been. The B Team podcast has taken a slight absence due to the COVID thing. It's been a mess. But honestly, I'm about tired of waiting on it. And I know it's a lot, from a lot of people to try to get them to come on and that kind of thing. I completely understand. But as of right now, we are going to go ahead and move forward on this whole thing. And I'll start getting people tested if I have to before they come in to make other people feel comfortable. But I love doing this, and I don't want to wait any longer. So first back from the absence is all you, man. And I feel like it's a great story to tell. And it's one that surprisingly, not a whole lot of people know about. Like, I mean, a ton of people that are in the loop know all about it, and then like it seems like anybody else that you ask, they don't know the story or about the ride or anything like that. And it's becoming a big thing in Attica, and so like I'm a huge supporter of it.
Yeah, this is going to be our 4th year for the poker run, and seems to get bigger and better every year. This year we're not sure with all the COVID going on how it's going to turn out, but all my stops are excited this year for us to get there. So
yeah, man. So how about a little bit of like the backstory on who Drew was, what all he did, what happened, how people can help, the whole nine. What you got?
Okay, well, I've talked with Lisa, so I got all my dates right. So,
Yeah.
Andrew Drew Swanson was born January 3rd, 1988. He was one of a set of triplets with his sister Emily Swanson Girdler and Kelsey Swanson Corey. He's got 2 older siblings, Ben Crane and Angie Crane Galloway.
I know Ben.
He graduated high school in 2006 from Attica, and he was part of the Bi-County welding program. And then he went on to school, Hobart Welding School in Troy, Ohio. And after that, he traveled the United States welding everywhere. He'd been to California doing welding jobs. I mean, he'd just been around about everywhere. He married Kathy Schoaf on October 13th of 2012. And then they settled in Indianapolis, and he was welding for a company down there when he had his accident. He was welding on a tank, and it blew up on him on August 22nd, 2015. And he passed away on August 23rd of 2015. And he loved to bowl, which that's how I got to know Drew and his dad.
Were you guys on like a bowling league together?
Yeah, me and Randy bowled together, and Drew would sub when he was home. And he loved his Cubbies.
Yeah, I knew that.
And he was a huge Colts fan too. So that's kind of the backstory of, without getting into a lot of detail, because I don't know all the details of the accident, and I don't want to try to spread what's not true about it.
Yeah.
And then I've known Randy for years through bowling, and they were selling tickets one year down at the county market. It had been 5 years ago for chances on Cubs tickets to raise money for the scholarship. And I went down to buy my ticket, and I said, I've got this route I love to ride. I'd like to do a poker run. Can we do a poker run to raise money for Drew, the scholarship next year? And Lisa's, sure. Has no clue what I'm talking about, but she's all in.
Yeah.
So that year goes by, and then we started planning the first one. We threw the first poker run together in about 9 weeks.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I'm thinking, my thoughts were, if I have a dozen door prizes and we raise $1,500, I'm going to be happy.
Uh-huh.
Well, Lisa and Randy got Jerry and Vicky Kokenberg involved, and we had 60 door prizes.
Oh, wow.
And we raised over $5,000 the first year.
No kidding.
And we've raised a little over $5,000 every year for the past 3 years. So
Man, that's awesome to hear. Yeah.
and the scholarship is really good. I mean, it's really substantial. So we have also started donating money now to the Hoosier Burn Camp and Battleground. That
Oh.
helps burn children. They do things
Yep.
with them all year round. And we give a little money back to the Eagles every year for their Christmas basket program.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, we try to keep some of the money local.
Yeah.
We've helped Tiana May buy backpacks for the kids at the elementary schools.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess kind of going back in time a little bit, like you said the first year that you did it, it didn't sound like a whole lot of time. I mean, to try to organize a bunch of
No,
stuff
it was.
so were you nervous? Were you thinking like, what if nobody shows up? I mean, like I'm sure you had to have been like,
You can ask my wife. I didn't sleep for 2 months.
I bet, yeah, yeah.
I'm like I just tossed and turned all night. It was,
I've thrown events like that,
and
know,
it,
like
you know,
okay.
and we started the first year. We left from Robbie's, so all the door prizes were at Robbie's,
Uh-huh.
and then my stepdaughter Alyssa, after we left, had to move all the door prizes to the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
So that took her like an hour and a half.
Uh-huh.
So after that, we've just started and leave from the Eagles, and just makes it a little easier for everybody.
Sure. Where's the ride go through? It's kind of a lengthy deal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little over 107 miles this year. We're going to leave the Attica Eagles, and we're going to go to the Linden Bar and Grill, up through New Richmond, the back road that way, and then from Linden Bar and Grill, we'll cut through the country to Crawfordsville to go to the Dairylicious for ice cream.
Oh yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Last year was the first year we put an ice cream stop on the ride, and that was a pretty good hit. So decided to do it again this year. And then we're going to go to Ladoga to a place called the Canning Factory Bar and Grill.
Oh, I've never heard of them.
The maximum capacity is 65 people, and we usually average 80 people on the ride. So
Do you really?
yeah,
How many people do you think will come out this year? Are you thinking more than 80 or less?
well, if I've been told that there's going to be people coming from Lafayette this year, about 25 people coming down. So I'm looked for anywhere from 80 to 100 is what I tell everybody we plan on.
Yeah.
But if it's more, great. If it's less, that's fine. I mean, because
Right.
I know with everything going on, people might not want to. But I know a lot of bikers, they're ready to. I've had guys local goes, "Is your ride going to go this year?" And I'm like, as of right now, yes. And as of today, we're still going.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and I know that people in general want to be a part of something. And I think that that's why things right now are so chaotic, whether it's, like in politics or, and I don't want to veer off and, steal anything, any of the information or whatever, but I know that people just want to be a part of something, and whether it's like being a part of wearing a mask or not wearing a mask or being a part of whatever it is, they want to be a part of it. And right now, it's like a crucial time too, because people have been locked up for a little while, and and now they want to get out and like enjoy the last bit of summer, and man, I'm for it. If you can make it, then I would say make it.
And we're open, and it's just not a motorcycle ride because Randy and Lisa doesn't ride, and neither does James and Kelsey. We're open to all vehicles. I don't suggest you bring your RZR or your side by side because we run a lot of state highways.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't want anybody getting in trouble there, but
Yeah.
If you got an old beater car and you want to drive it, bring it. I mean, I don't, like I've always joked with people, I don't care what you're in. I just want your money for this, to raise money. I'm here to raise money. I just want your money.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
Well, and too, and having people, there's something contagious about that, about having a bunch of people together for a common cause, a common goal, and it motivates people, it moves people to want to do more, and really just, it's cool to feel that energy of having people together. In fact, if you're watching this and you're considering going or whatever, just share this, share the podcast. If you're watching it on Facebook, share it, tell a friend, do whatever, tag some of your friends in this if you want in the comments below. It's fine. And do your best to make it. You know what I mean? Get as many people involved as you can, because it is a cool feeling. You know, I've ridden on several poker runs before, and if you are on a motorcycle, it's cool being a part of that and having all those bikes together, and you know, coming down like a big hill, and all you see is bikes.
Yeah,
For
we've been
forever.
pretty fortunate. We've had people take, like last year we went up through Green Hill, and Lisa knows a lady that lives up there, and she was standing out next to the road with her kids, and they were waving, and
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
videotaping the whole thing on her phone as we went by. And back when Katie Johnson used to do Brad's ride, they'd always go up 55. I would take off early and take my camera, and I would climb Billy Schmidt's grain leg
Oh
halfway
yeah,
up it, and I'd take aerial pictures as everybody coming down the road,
yeah,
and then post them, and then you can blow them up and tag yourself in, and that was really neat.
yeah,
So
yeah. That and like one of my biggest focuses on Attica probably over the last year is just getting people together, you know, for like a common goal, whether it was the HGTV thing, whether it was for, you know, getting people to go to the high school for a part of a video or whatever. Like I love that sense of community
yeah,
and dealing with like the pool and all that, and, you know, getting people together and talk about things. Like I think that's awesome. And so getting people together on a poker run is the same thing, you
and
know.
like we've already talked. We've been talk. I've been going through my list of everybody that on my list for donations, and just about everybody's, you know, and that's one thing about this community too. You go and ask for a donation, just about everywhere is going to give you one.
Yep.
I mean, some of the bigger corporate stores don't, but everywhere else,
Yeah.
I just went to drop flyers off at the clearance aisle one evening, and Brian was up there. And this has been 3 weeks ago, and he's like, go ahead and tell her, just get what you want. I'm like, I'm holding off. We're really starting to pick donations up now, but I was holding off then because if the state went into remission, I didn't,
Right. Didn't
fell
want
back.
to. Yeah.
I didn't want to have all these donations and have to take them back. But
Right. Yeah, Brian's a great guy.
yeah,
In fact, he sponsored this podcast when I first started.
and
I did a lot of the same thing. I went around and I was like, man, you know, okay, I'm gonna need all this equipment. Like I've got a ton of stuff that I need to get. Like you know, and someone said, well, you should see about sponsors. Like you know, you can advertise on your podcast, and you probably got a big enough reach that maybe it'll be worth their while. And so I started, like I tried, and fortunately it worked out like immediately, and it did really well, like from the numbers, and it helped a lot of small businesses, and you know, helped put some things out there for folks. And man, it taught me a lot about how good the people of this community really are. Like, yeah, there's some assholes, but
well, yeah, and I was, I don't know, May or June, and I was outside, and it's Chief Durnell now.
yeah,
He
yeah,
was driving by, and he stopped and goes, "Hey, are you doing your poker run?" I said, "Well, I plan on it." And I gave him and because the Attica police have been great with helping us get out of town every year,
yeah,
blocking traffic on the highway so we can
yep,
just all get out of town.
yep,
And I've never had an issue with that. So
yeah, yeah. The Attica police, they catch a bad rep sometimes, but
I
I've had
I
nothing but great experiences.
yeah, and I mean, if you're doing something wrong,
Don't be doing something
that's
wrong,
right.
dummy. Don't be doing something
Yeah,
wrong, dummy. Yeah, take it from me. I've done good and I've done bad.
that's
I can tell you.
that's the way I'm like, I've had my run-ins
Yeah,
when I was younger, but
yeah. No, it is though. It's cool to see, you know, the entire community back something too, especially when it's something that's clearly for the good of, you know,
oh
like
yeah,
you can't. There's no downside. You know what I mean? And I really do. I love that, and I love how much traction you guys have got over the last 5 years as well. And a lot of people don't understand that too. That it takes years to build something. You know, of like every year, like count on
yeah.
this. Every year, count on this, and people lose sight of that sometimes. I think, but being a part of that, you understand that it sometimes it
Well,
takes a little while.
that's like somebody's like, well, when do you start planning for the poker run? I said, well, the poker run is August 8th, and we'll be back to the Eagles at 6 o'clock for hopefully dinner and our door prizes, and we have Stone Bluff Band out of Covington playing.
Yeah,
And I said, once I get back, and I get the bike home in the garage and I go back to the Eagles, it's party time.
Yeah.
And then when I wake up on the 9th, I'll start planning the next year.
No shit.
I'm working on it a year in advance, you know.
Really?
The route, I'll sit, especially during the winter when I'm not doing anything, I'll get on my computer or my phone on the maps and, okay, I'm going to go to this place, you know, the
So
city.
is it a different route every time?
Yep.
It is. Okay, I didn't know
This
that.
year, after we leave Ladoga this year, we're going to go to Waveland to the little pub.
Uh-huh.
And then after Waveland, we go to Hillsboro Hustle Saloon. And then we'll be back to the Eagles. And in the 4 years I've done this, I've been to 2 bars twice. Other than that, it's been new stops every year.
That's really cool too.
See, last year we went north, and we went to Pine Village, which was fun because their football days was the same day.
Yeah.
And their parade started at the same time that I was supposed to be leaving the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to be out of town so the parade could start. They gave us like 5 minutes.
Bit of leeway. Yeah.
Like they held the parade for 5 minutes just to get it. But when you know the people helping do stuff everywhere.
It's a big thing.
And we went to the dugout in Otterburn up there, and we went to Boswell. We went to Carbondale. So,
Yeah, that's really cool to know that you guys, and especially for those, the small businesses as well that, are going to, I mean, you got a shitload of people coming like, hey, help out a little bit,
because especially like, you go to Linden Bar, they were closed for, 2 or 3 months just doing a little bit of carry out on the weekends for food. And so they're looking forward to, a nice ride coming through. And
I'm sure restaurants have been getting killed by this. Yeah.
And the canning factory, that guy is super excited about that.
I bet, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I think it'll be good for everybody involved. The people that can help out, that's great. The people that are coming, hell yeah, it'll give you a sense of community. The businesses win. I mean,
yeah, and if anybody watching this wants to donate a prize and it can be anything. You can go down to CVS and get a $25 gift card to a restaurant or a gas station and get a hold of me or Lisa or Vicky Kokenberg, and we'll get it picked up. And what is really, Lisa will handwrite thank you letters at the end of the year.
Oh, really?
And send them to everybody that donated.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Like the first year, Mike Alsop had the dealership. He had a 4-door Jeep up there, soft top, and I went up and asked him, I said, if I could borrow the Jeep for the day, and he's like, come get the keys at 10 o'clock Saturday morning.
That's awesome.
I didn't have to explain what the benefit was for.
Mike's a great guy, yeah.
Yeah, he was just
I've had him on the podcast.
Yeah,
Yep,
listened to that one.
Yeah, he's a really good guy, and he is very conscious of of the community and how he can help, and he stays on top of it. I really like him. I really do.
I had everything planned in my head, what I wanted to tell him about the ride and the scholarship, and he's just like, come get the keys.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's cool. He's also, he's very to the point.
Mm-hmm.
I like, he doesn't need any bullshit. He doesn't,
Nope.
He doesn't need, it's just like, okay, yep, here, you're good. Like, I love that, man, because I'm a lot like that myself.
And last year, Leslie Peterson let us use her Jeep, and if she's listening and still has it, we'd like to use it again this year.
Yeah, holla. We're at 10 o'clock. We'll be there for the keys.
Actually, she brings the Jeep down, and then she takes my wife's car. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Because I don't want to leave her without wheels, but...
Yeah. So
I haven't got to talk to her yet, but...
So a little bit on the backstory, too, of Drew. Like, I don't want you to spread any misinformation. I know you said that was a thing, but, are you able to talk about anything like the accident or anything like that?
All I know is it was his day off work, and his wife was working that day, so he decided to go in and he had to weld. Started to weld on this tank, and it blew up. I don't know exactly. Like I don't know any of the details except that's about all I knew. And it blew like his whole body was burnt except the bottom of his feet, from what I understand.
Man, I couldn't imagine being a parent and like having to deal with it. It's got to be like, I mean, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, I don't know. Me and Lisa, we talk a little bit, and you can see, she gets,
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that'll affect you for forever. And like the sister, I mean, I couldn't imagine losing a sibling as well for for their
oh
pain.
yeah,
And, I don't want to turn this into a tearjerker or anything like that, but, there are real ramifications of the actions of what have happened, and to be able to give back to those people is a real important role in especially in a small community. And so I like that. I like to be able to, help those people out that, that might need it, and, just let them know that there's folks around you that care. When you're going through a hard time or whatever, there's people that want to help. And it's awesome seeing you being a part of
and
that.
I mean, even for any, you see people, hey, a friend of mine, their house burnt, and they need this, this, and this, and then you see 100 comments from local people.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got this size of shorts for kids or boys or
Yep.
girls and clothes, and they're just donating, which, a small community, you
It
can't
is.
beat it. I mean,
Yeah, and it's one thing that I've really noticed in the probably last year. I've been doing more traveling, as a lot of people know, and it's not common. It's really not. Like this, there is something special about Attica, and I know people all have their shit about, whatever, however they feel about the small community or about Attica in general, but there really is something special about Attica, and it's really nice to see so many people that care about others and the well-being, and like taking over a poker run, or or whatever. Like, you don't have to do this, but like you can genuinely tell just by talking to you that you love doing it.
oh yeah, this is,
It's like that's just what you do.
yeah, I like I said, I'll start on the 9th next year,
Right.
planning it and
Yeah.
figuring out where I'm going, because I try to do a different route every year so it's fresh, so people aren't, we're just going to go to here and here, and
Yeah, you want to do the same
I
thing.
try to do different stops every year and a different route, and
Yeah.
but yeah, actually, Drew, we'll get on. Let's Drew's scholarship is
uh I wanted to ask about
a
that. Yeah.
welding scholarship,
Okay.
and it's been modified because they gave out one welding scholarship and then nobody applied the second year, and then it's been modified. Welding is number one, and then any trades can apply two, and if nobody in welding applies and gets it, a tradesperson can get it. And Jack Harden from Attica got it this year, and I guess that's a pretty big deal to get the Drew scholarship
Really?
if you're from Attica. So
So does that work in like any kind of correlation with like Delta or anything, like Rex and those guys? I mean, I know them really well. In fact, I had Austin on the podcast too. But
yeah, Rex he's been generous. He gives us a welding helmet, or I don't know if has this year, but in the past he's given us a welding helmet every year to
yeah,
raffle off, and them helmets he gives us are $300-400 helmets, and
yeah,
he's been good with us.
yeah, I really like Rex. He's a good guy. I've done a lot of work with him. But yeah, and so the scholarship, what does that go towards? What does that entail? Do you have much of the details? I know I'm putting you on the spot a little
I'm
bit.
not sure about like I know Jack Harden won it this year, and I suppose he can use it for books or part of his tuition or housing if he has to. I'm not sure how that's all done through the community foundation in Covington. I'm
Oh,
not sure
okay.
how.
I got you.
I'm just here to raise money for him.
Right.
And help, and to help burn camp out, the Hoosier burn camp out too. That's a really big.
So what do they what all goes to them, I guess?
Well, we donate some money. We give them some money. I don't remember what the figure. I think we gave them about $1,500 last year,
Oh yeah.
and it's just they're out of Battleground. You can look them up on Facebook, and they didn't get to do it this year, but they have summer camp up at there's a camp just outside north of Battleground. I can't think of the name of it now, but the kids come in there, Camp Tecumseh, I believe,
Huh?
come in there that have been burned in one way or another, and they get to be a kid with kids like themselves
Uh-huh.
for a week, and like they do all types. They've taken kids to ball games and on trips, and oh the train at Christmas time up by Chicago.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
the Polar Express.
Yep. I know what you're
They've
talking
been giving tickets to take kids to that. I mean,
about.
they do
That's
stuff.
cool.
And they have a small office in Battleground, and they have 3 full-time employees.
Oh, so they're
So
busy.
the money actually, and everybody else is voluntary. So when you donate to the burn camp, the money actually is going to really good causes. It's just,
Right.
it's not getting
Not a
eaten
big
up
giant
by,
organization.
yes,
Right.
it's real small.
Yeah, because that's what you do. You get diluted funds because
Yes.
everyone's got to get. Yeah, I understand.
Or the CEO's making
Right.
billions of dollars or millions of dollars a year.
Yeah. Yeah, they're saying Camp Tecumseh is where
Yeah,
it is in the comments.
and they do.
Jennifer, thank you.
They do. And Mark Koopman, he's the main guy up there. He'll be down here, I hope. He's supposed to be down here before we leave again this year to kind of talk, and then hopefully we can get him back after so we can give him our donation this year.
Well, that's really cool. Is there anything else that you guys do with any of the funds or anything, or is it just pretty much targeted towards that? And
that like I said, the Eagles do a food basket at Christmas. They give out to us needy families, and we've donated money back to the Eagles last couple of years for that.
Is there anything that you guys need as far as the Drew Swanson poker run?
Donations for door prizes and silent auction items.
Yeah.
Mike Brinkman, the last 2 years he's made motorcycles out of engine parts, welded it together, and we've auctioned them off.
That's cool.
That they have been really neat.
Yeah.
They have been real.
Warren County Creations, where you at? Holla.
But he's done that for us the past couple of years, become a big centerpiece for us.
Yeah.
And and one thing I've done, and I know you reach people far and wide, but whoever comes the farthest to the poker run usually gets a $50 Red Lobster gift card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, if you're out there and you're not in Indiana, get that plane ticket, son. You get that plane ticket, get you a free meal.
But we've had, I don't know, we've had a guy from Tilton, Illinois won it the first year, and then he was on a bike, and then last year we opened it up to all vehicles, and the guy from Rockville won it. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of people in Michigan for some reason that listen to the B Team podcast. But if you're in Michigan, make the drive. You can come 421 right down 43, and you can come right on down to Attica.
Yeah, I'm more than welcome. Well, everybody's more than welcome to come down.
Yeah. So what if you are just a person sitting and listening to this, and you're in Attica, and you're not coming? Is there anything that they can do to help you out to spread the word? Share this video. Share any kind of.
Share. I mean, share everything you can, and I mean, if I do need, I do need somebody that stops 2 and 4 to run cards for me, and maybe back at the Eagles when we come back.
Because you're gonna get a ton of messages after this.
Well, that's all right.
I'm telling you.
That's all right. Hit me up if you got donations. You can hit me up, or like I said, Lisa Swanson.
Somebody tag him in the comments right now. It's Kile Brier. It's Kile. But tag him in the comments so people can scroll down and find his name. I tried to tag you, but I don't think you like the Brandon Briles page. What a prick!
I do. I did.
Just sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't let me. But yeah, tag him in it. Everybody just tag him in it. That way, if you're listening to this, you can scroll down to the bottom. You'll find his name. Click on his name, and then you can send him a message, and then you can let him know. Hey, I want to help out some way or another. Just spam him with messages.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, but I know that there's a lot of people that know about this, and I'm sure there's people that want to help that maybe just don't know how or whatever. So if I can bridge that gap, I'm all for it. Let's see. Amanda Beavers asked too, what about if we don't ride? Is there anything? Oh, well, yeah, there it is right there. Is there anything else we can do to help? Sounds like you answered that. Tiana Backpacks? What's that?
Huh?
Tiana Backpacks? I don't know. But yeah, so tag him in there, and then just go and if there's any way, because you'll probably be the best one to message, right? Yeah.
But and Yeah, and we do 'em- I do the poker run a little different because
Mhm.
poker hands 5 cards. Well, you get 7 cards on my ride, and the best 5 out of your hand wins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So what do you win?
it's usually 10% of the ride money.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So do you guys do that the card per stop? Is that
Yes.
how? So if you're new to this and you don't, maybe you've never been on a poker run, you get a card at every stop,
Yeah.
and then at the end you put your cards together, and that's your hand,
Well,
right?
you have a piece of paper, and the person, like my mom and dad, run the first, third, and fifth stop, and they'll mark on the piece of paper what cards you had, and then when we
Oh,
get back, we go through all the papers and find the best. And if you think, like, if say I had a full house and you had 4 of a kind,
mm-hmm.
and they announced me as the winner, and you said, "Hey, wait, I had a better hand. We can go back and look at the
Oh,
dig the papers." We had that one year,
yeah.
but most
People fist fighting in the parking lot.
no, most of the time, the people that win the poker hand, it's all for the cause. They just usually donate the money back, but
Yeah.
it's
Oh, he said. Okay, they said you donate the backpacks for the kids. I understand.
yeah,
That's kind of backpack. Okay.
because we helped, like I said, we helped TNMA out
Yeah.
past
Okay.
couple of years with a little bit of money for backpacks for the kids.
Okay. I got you. Also, looks like 50-50.
Yep, we do a 50-50
Yeah.
when we get back. Usually, right after the band starts, we'll do the 50-50 draw.
Yeah. Man, it sounds like it's quite the event. What day did you say that was again?
August 8th.
August 8th. August 8th, come on out. Don't have to bring a motorcycle. You can just drive whatever you got.
Yep,
Drew Swanson ride poker chip.
yep. We have um, James Corey, which is Kelsey's husband.
Mm-hmm.
He custom makes. He custom designs poker chips, and they're purchased and they're given out when you sign up.
Oh, yeah?
So like we did his and I tried the one year I tried, like if you had your 7 cards and you were 1 card away from having 4 aces or a royal flush, you could trade your poker chip back in to get another card. Well, everybody
Oh.
keeps their poker chips. They don't
Yeah.
turn them back in.
Yeah,
So,
I'm keeping mine. Yeah.
We-
Like, yeah.
so I just not worry about trying to get another card with it. But
Yeah.
we had T-shirts last year. I think Lisa might still have a few left, but this year we did. I don't think we could. We really didn't, because there's like I said, there's me and my wife Sheila, and Lisa and Randy and Jerry and Vicky Kokenberg. We would get together 2 or 3 times by now and already have little meetings, and we decided it was best that we not. We'll just wait and see what happens.
Yeah. Just because all the COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that kind of binds everybody up. Well, I would say probably the best thing I can do to help out is just, man, if you are watching this video, just please share this. The more people that can see it and listen to it, the better, just to get the word out there, And if you're going to make the drive a long distance, go for it. You're more than welcome, and the town of Attica welcomes you, as well as everybody that's going to be involved with this. And I'm more than happy to have you on here, and it's it's quite the honor to be a part of something so cool. Is there anything else that you want to hit that I just don't want to I don't want to miss anything.
Well, I lead the ride on my bike, and the first year, I just went because he was such a Cubs fan. I went and I bought a Cubs flag and put it on the back of my bike, and I rode the route. Well, the second year, I custom made a flag online. I took a picture of Drew and blew it way up and put hashtag Team Drew across the top. And I presented the flag to Lisa. The first 2 went to Lisa and Randy after the ride. Last year, the custom flag. And I got to give a shout out to Michelle Sprague and Lexi Haddock, because they always sew the Cub emblems on the new flags for me, or
Oh, nice.
glue them on.
Yeah, Lexi's a sweetheart.
And last year, the flag had a picture of Drew, like when he was playing golf, and he was like 2 foot from the hole on a hole-in-one. I mean, close he'd ever been. And then I had the pictures of all the triplets when they were little
Yeah.
on the flag. And I gave that flag to Kelsey. Well, I've got another custom flag made this year. So, and it's
Is it like a surprise every
oh
year?
yes,
Yeah.
we unveil the flag right before we leave, and
Yeah.
it's
Is this
usually
year the best one?
last year I think probably the best one.
Really?
This year I've had it's full custom. That's all I can say.
All right.
There's only I think 6 or 7 people have seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I be one of those people after this?
Well, you'd have to go down to Lexi Haddock's because that's where it's at.
Lexi, I'm coming. I'm headed your way.
They have it so they can get the patch sewed on.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
But like Michelle and Lexi and Andy Haddock's the only. Then of course me and my wife and Alyssa about the only ones that ever see the flag before we unveil it.
That's awesome, man. That is really cool. Everyone, Carrie, hell yeah, Kyle Brier.
Who's that?
Carrie Collins.
Oh.
Yeah. So, man, like I said, I'm rooting you guys on, even if I can't be there. I love that you do it every year, and I always like the posters. I know you guys have one down at County Market, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. So
they should be about everywhere because
yeah.
Chris Gaylor at Little Beverage always does the posters for us.
Oh yeah.
James designs them, and then Chris prints them all up for us, and he does about 80 every year for us. So
awesome. Yeah.
And it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, just hang them up around town. Yeah. Where all do you put them? Just Attica or no?
Oh, no. They're everywhere.
Attica, Williamsburg.
I've got some in Lafayette.
Nice.
Some in Crawfordsville. And,
yeah.
They're down at Ladoga at the bar. And a friend of mine, she works at a gas station in Lafayette. Circle K's up there. And she took about 10 to hang up at the Circle K gas station.
Yes.
So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I hope you guys have a big turnout. I hope this is the biggest one yet.
I would like it to be.
Yeah, share this video. Just share it. Share the podcast. Well, man, is there anything else that you want to wrap up?
I don't think so.
I know we've covered a lot.
I think I've covered about everything. I'm not getting no messages yet. So.
Start messaging. Actually, here, I think I'm going to tag you in this right here. There it is. All right, I've tagged Kyle Brier. He is tagged in this video. So if you're watching this, feel free to send him a message. If there's any way you can help, maybe you just want to shoot the breeze with him or whatever, and maybe get some more information. Although I think we've covered quite a bit. Biggest thing I could say is just please share this to help out the cause. And man, it's been an honor to have you on. And if there's anything else I can do to help out, feel free, man, anytime.
And if you can't go on the ride, say you're busy that day, like I said, we'll be back about 6 o'clock for, the door hopefully food. I'm not sure what's going on there with the restrictions. I didn't get a chance to call. I should know tomorrow night, but we'll have door prizes in the band at 8, and you can come back with get down to the Eagles 5:30 show. I'll have somebody there selling tickets, and you can buy tickets for door prizes or sign up for silent auction, and we'll start that about probably 6:30, 6:45, and give all that away. And then the band starts at 8, and they are a pretty good band out of Covington. They've been really good with me and
nice
past few years. And
yeah, as of right now, I will be in South Carolina on that. Actually, I think for about a week, about that time. But with all the COVID stuff, if that falls through, then I will be there as well. Do you guys do a bake sale? I'd be willing to make some sweets for it.
We can put them in as door prizes, and people can put tickets in to win them.
There it is. I'm buying in on those.
When they did Curtis Rose benefit, they had all types of baked goods they auctioned off, and I'll set them up there and put a basket in front. If somebody wants to try to throw tickets in to win baked goods, I'm all for it.
Yeah, that's great. That would be awesome of you to do that. All donations welcome. Custom-made stuff welcome as well. I'll get with my dad, and I'll see if maybe Warren County Creations wouldn't want to put something in.
Okay.
Even if it was like a cool little TIG welded motorcycle or something like that. Brandon could donate a shirt. Definitely, I'll do that. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Hell yeah, sign me up. Joey Brier asked what day again?
August 8th.
Somebody put on there, what you want, B squared. I'm down for them. I like those soft-centered brownies, The edge pieces, though. You see those things where they make, it's like a little S now, and so you get only the edge pieces. I like those things. Crunchy on the outside and soft in the center.
I'm right there with you.
So August 8th is when it is, man. And like I say, just the best way everybody can help is really share this video and message, message Kyle if there's any way that anything you're wanting to do that's maybe a little out of the ordinary. But yeah, share the video and just tell all your friends to show up August 8th. And it sounds like it's going to be a hell of a good time. And if I'm in town, I will be there.
And it's rain or shine.
Good.
So
yeah,
I mean,
come hell or high water.
If it's raining, I might be in the car, but we're going.
Yeah, awesome.
But yeah, so.
Well, great. Well, hey, it's been a pleasure to have you on, and I'm going to wrap this thing up. But I would like to thank everybody that has been patient with the B Team podcast during this absence of COVID. It's been a tough thing trying to get people on, and I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings of having people come and and bringing people into town and that type of thing. But as of right now, it seems like we might be going backwards again now. But I kind of thought we were on the upside of things.
Well, I think locally, we're still okay.
Yeah, I think so too. I was a little worried. I had some folks lined up that were coming out of Kentucky, and then that was gonna upset some people here in town, so I didn't want to step on any toes or anything. But as of right now, we're going to be
being different than coming from Kentucky to go to the Badlands.
I understand that. Yeah, I know. There's ruffled feathers there between. I mean,
between the Badlands and the golf course, there was a lot of people upset.
Everybody's upset about everything anymore, and I just maybe I'm just.
I haven't done anything different.
Yeah.
Except not being able to go out to eat or go to the Eagles, but
yeah. Well, I've been doing a lot of traveling, but some states are taking it much more serious. Got to wear the mask and all that, and it's been a little bit of a headache for the traveling part. But as far as everything around here, it's been just fine. But yeah, man. So I appreciate everybody that's listening. I appreciate you for coming on, and man, the Drew Swanson thing.
I'm glad you let me come on to help spread the word.
Yeah, of course. I love this community, and I'll do anything I can to help out anyone in it. So. Awesome. Well, hey, I'm going to wrap this thing up. Thank everybody for listening, and we'll see y'all real soon. And we're out.
That an hour?